All right. Hey, guys. Just wanted to take you through a week of programming real fast. This is going to be from Monday, October 16th through we have Saturday the 21st. Now, Saturday is not up. That's going to be a guest coach programming workout. So that is yet to be determined. But Monday, Tuesday, Wednesday, Thursday, and Friday will be in this video. So let's get to it, shall we? So, a couple things going on. Let's just focus on, for right now, the notes over here. Okay. So I'm going to take you through top to bottom programming, a little bit of thought process behind it, and how the week looks and how I kind of evolve it as we go through. So each day, as you guys know, we're going to start with a stretch, warm up, activation, either all those three or a combination of them, right? And then really what we're trying to do there, redirect our energy toward the session, open up specific muscles and joints, and increase the blood flow overall, warming the body. A warm body and warming of those specific areas will then increase your athletic expression. It's just going to put you in a better place for the whole session. So make sure you are getting that in. When I do my warm-ups, when I program them, the ones that are specific here, they are aimed at targeting specific things. So it's not random hodgepodge. I put it together for a reason. So really try and get in there early to get some maybe stretching in, and then try and get the warm-up in at least 2 rounds on most days, or the whole Tabata if it's a Tabata warm-up. For our Get Strong, this is our strength cycle we've been on. We are in week 5. So this is just a continuation of those weeks. So Monday we have our strict press. We will be continuing to add weight to that. And I also did add reps. Tuesday, Olympic lifting. We are doing the same snatch complex from last week with an added overhead squat. Wednesday, we're back to flat bench, slightly heavier. Thursday, we're going back to gymnastics. We have strict dips in 30 seconds, and we'll be doing 5 sets of that with rest after each attempt. And then Friday, we're back to our pause back squats. I really like this cycle. I think it's been really fun. I really like working on the pulling positions and power output through the hips. On those Tuesdays and Fridays, I think it's really important to be able to move your 75% well. So expressing that with the pause back squat thrown in there has been really cool to set up the foundation for the squats that come after that. So great job to everyone who's been on that. I think you all have been crushing it and looking really good, especially settling into that bottom position, holding good tension, and driving out with overall good position. Like I said, Saturday, coach's WOD or mashup workout. I also have been putting in push presses on those days. So depending on what the coach puts in or how much time we have, I am trying to get that in there for you guys. Metcons and workouts. We'll go over kind of how I put those together, but real quick, where are they pulling from? Myself, UpBeat Training. That's my kind of business and my website for my programming. So I'll make up things. HWPO, I talked about this 2 cycles ago. I use Hard Work Pays Off a lot for probably 50% of our programming. Maybe not that much, but a lot of it. I'll kind of put my stuff with his stuff, and I really like that baseline. I think after trying a bunch of different tracks, I like how he progresses different movements and workouts. So I like to use that. CrossFit main site. I've been plugging in some stuff from there, as you guys know, or maybe you don't, but they have guest programmers recently. So it's people, Dave Castro, Adrian Bosman, Ben Smith. I've been really liking that. And even when there aren't guest programmers, checking on main site is a good indicator of what's coming up in the open and what to expect. Current comps, I look at things such as regional events, Wadapalooza, stuff like that, just things that are relevant in the sport that are going on, and I pull from those sometimes. Even like the games, we did some games events, right? Or modified versions. Benchmark workouts, I asked you guys about that last week, so heads up, that will be coming up, such as Grace, Isabel, Helen, any of those workouts, right? Fran. And then other various tracks. I follow a lot of different tracks, whether it be Instagram or email accounts, their websites. So I get on those and see what's going on and try and put together fun combinations for you guys. Trends for a specific cycle. We've been on different machine specific work, intervals, movements, EMOMs, lift bias workouts. So like for example, Fridays, we've been having a EMOM and skill plugged in. So enjoy my dryer, if you can hear that. So yeah, there's different trends for different cycles. So if you guys look into it, so like this cycle, Mondays, I've looked into progressive overload. Tuesdays is more of an endure kind of day. Wednesday, arms and legs pump. Thursday's partner. Friday's EMOM skill. Saturday's partner. So they're like loose. I try and stay within some parameters and some sort of feel for those days throughout the cycle, but I don't like it to become monotonous. So there is some fluctuation there. Accessory / complementary extras. Okay. Complementary versus supplementary. Very important. 2 angles are called complementary when their measurement adds to 90. 2 angles are called supplementary when they measure adds to 180. Now this doesn't apply to us at all, right? So we can tap off of that. I just thought it was fun. This one, however, because I'm like, what's the difference? Because are we supplementing, right? And that's where the math thing came in. I just know from geometry or whatever, we all have been through that and have gone through that terminology. But complement is something that is added in order to improve a particular thing, but supplement indicates something extra. And it's removed, nothing really happens. Okay, so I do bounce back and forth between a complement or a supplementary movement, if you want to call them those. Movements that promote hypertrophy in a specific area is what I look for a lot of times. I want it to be more of a pump. I want it to be more in a higher rep range, something usually aimed at targeting a body part that was used in the workout. Single joint, higher rep, higher focused, right? I said that. And we're looking to keep the joints feeling healthy and lubed up, right? We like this. This is good. All right, so here's some cool stuff. Here's the meat, right? Possible workouts, written and chose pre-placement. So there's a lot of things I'll go through, and some of these are examples of things that I put up on my quote whiteboard, right? And between this and different accounts that I have or files that I have, I save things to, and I go back through and I say, okay, will this work this week based on what we have coming up and the intensities I'm looking for in the strength, yes or no? And then I kind of look through and see the volumes that are included in those as well, with movements and such. So like I put this down here. Other factors, so weather, total volume, overall vibe. Yeah, the vibe plays into it. If I'm like, dude, how's this Monday feeling? Like, what are we coming up on? What are we coming off of? How is this going to feel? Ugh, people are going to hate that because we just did this the last couple days. Let's change this so people are at least happier about it, right? I try and do that. Last contact with rep range, loading, specific movement. So let's look through here and is an example real fast for you guys just to kind of see how I put things up. Where's an example of one that I changed a little bit? So Tuesday, we have a chipper. Okay, check it out. 100 pull-ups, 80/64 row calories, 40 handstand push-ups, and 20 alternating dumbbell snatches. Heavier at 70 and 50. Okay. If we look over here to the left, for time, I kind of had that set up. 100, 60, 40, 20, right? So bike is replaced with row, stricts are replaced with kipping, and then the dumbbell snatch I put in there instead of a power snatch because we were going to be on a barbell a couple times this week heavy, and I don't need a 60% this week because we already are going to be working with a barbell. So alternate it out. I still want a little bit of a higher loading, I guess you could say, on that, right? Something you got to dig for a little bit that might slow you down. I don't want you to whip through 20. So same thing over here. So you can see that's just an example of like a core workout that I got. I think that's an HWPO one that I modified for this week to fit into kind of what we're doing. And there's a couple pieces that I made over here. Engine building, like the 800, 400, 200 run repeats. That is going to be plugged in as an engine building. And then we also get stronger. I plugged in that myself. I want you guys to get your hands on a front squat this week a little bit. This is a fun one that I like. 21-15-9 deadlift, box jump overs, and toes to bar. Details will be posted on that later, but this one's going to be fun. This was originally, I think, a push press with it and something else, and I thought it'd be better to overload the legs a little bit and the core. So that'll be a fun one to get into. So yeah, just a little example of things that I post up. I'll write them out. Sometimes it's more than this, sometimes it's less. And I'll kind of place them and move things around, rep ranges, the movements in general. Maybe like this one was bike and clean, no rope climb. I wanted to add a rope climb, and that's what we're doing on Monday, right? Because we've been trying to get a rope climb in a week, and I think this puts the rope climb in a way where it's not annoying, but at least you have to kind of push for it. It's not a ton of reps. You're only doing 6 rope climbs. Really just make them high quality is what I want to see versus just a ton of reps. Okay. So that's basically the possible workouts overview. And then I said other factors, right? I do try with the weather, like I said, especially for morning people. Like if we're running, I really try and like if it's 35 degrees in the morning and it warms up to 60 later, like I look at that, I'm like, all right, can we have another day that's running that might be in the mid 40s at least? So I try, especially like in the fall and the spring, to make sure things aren't too uncomfortable for one class versus another, to keep it kind of more of an even feel, even though I know that's kind of impossible, but we try. I think that's it. I just kind of wanted to go through and go over some things that I think about while I program the current strength cycle, and just get you guys in the mood for this week. Okay. If you have any questions, let me know. Monday through Friday are posted. Like I said, everything is subject to change. All right. I try not to go in the night before and change a workout completely on you guys. But reps, movements, I do sometimes go in and change them. You guys have probably seen that throughout the week based on how things are going. I like this week overall, so I hope there's minimal changes, if any. But that's it. Just wanted to check in, say hello, get on your iPhones and pop in, say hi. Hope you guys have a good Sunday night. And that's it. Get after it this week. Peace.